Okay, so now we will learn some words related to being at the museum. Let's try it out. The first word we have is dibujo, which means a drawing. Dibujo, drawing. Dibujo. And the second one is picture. Foto, foto, a picture. Foto. So yeah, foto. For example, like a photo. Foto. And the third one is pintura, which means a painting. Pintura, a painting. So this painting on the picture was actually done by my mom. So she painted this one. Pintura, painting. Pintura. And the last one is escultura, which means a sculpture. Escultura. Sculpture. Escultura. So we can try one more time. Dibujo, drawing, dibujo. Foto, picture, foto. Pintura, painting. Escultura, sculpture. Escultura. Okay, and here we have these ones because if you go to the museum, you will hear a lot of millennium, centuries, things like this. So the first word we have is década, which means a decade. Década. La década, the decade. Década. And the next one is siglo, which means century. Siglo. Century. So if you know the word century, it sounds like cien, cen. And this is where it comes from. 100 years. Century. Siglo. If you know diez, we have de. Decade. Diez. De. Década. Diez. And the next one, you know the word mil, which means 1000, mil. And we have milenio, millennium, millenio, millennium. So yeah, let's try one more time. Diez, 10, década, cien, 100, siglo, mil, 1000, milenio. So yeah, I think it's quite easy to understand. And a few other words, if you go to the museum, you can buy, for example, una postal, a postcard. Una postal, postal, postcard, postal. And the next one is póster, which means a poster. Yeah, very simple. Póster, poster, póster. And the next one is tienda de regalos, a gift shop. Tienda de regalos, gift shop. Tienda de regalos. So yeah, tienda, shop, regalos, gift. And the next one, casilleros. This one is different from English. Casilleros, which means lockers. Casillero, the locker. Casilleros, lockers. So one more time. Postal, postcard. Póster, poster. Tienda de regalos, gift shop. And casilleros, lockers. Casilleros. Okay, let's try some examples. The first one is, este es un dibujo hecho por un niño. Este es un dibujo, this is a drawing, hecho por un niño, made by a child. This is a drawing made by a child. Okay, and the next one. Esta es una escultura hecha por un artista. This is a sculpture made by an artist. Esta es una escultura hecha por un artista. This is a sculpture made by an artist. So this sculpture, you can actually see it at the United Nations in New York City. So yeah, if you go there, you can actually see the famous sculpture. Okay, the next one. Esta es una pintura del siglo XVI. This is a 16th century painting. Esta es una escultura del siglo XVI. A 16th century painting. So yeah, siglo XVI, 16th century. And whatever century, for example, siglo XV, 15th century. Siglo XX, 20th century. So in Spanish, it's a little more simple because we just say siglo I, first century, siglo II, second century, 20, 20th century. In English, you have to say 20th, 21st, and things like that. 19th, th, things like that. In Spanish, it's more simple. You just say the number. Siglo XVI. The next example. Estoy viendo mis fotos de cuando era niña. I'm looking at my pictures from when I was a child. Estoy viendo mis fotos de cuando era niña. So yeah, estoy viendo, I'm looking, mis fotos, my pictures, de cuando era niña, from when I was a child. Okay, and the next example. Mándame una postal por correo. Mándame means send me, but it's affirmative. So mándame, send me a postcard by mail. Mándame una postal por correo. Send me a postcard by mail. And the next example. Quiero comprar un póster en la tienda de regalos. I want to buy a poster at the gift shop. Quiero comprar un póster en la tienda de regalos. So yeah, tienda de regalos, gift shop. And another example. Oh, this one is interesting. Yo nací en la década de los 90. Mi hijo nació en el siglo XXI. So this one is a hard one because I used a lot of words here. So let's break it down. Yo nací en la década de los 90. I was born in the 19th. So basically the 19th, the decade, on the decade of the 90s. En la década de los 90. I was born in the decade of the 90s. So yeah, if you remember the 90s. If you're old enough to remember. And here I change it. Mi hijo nació en el siglo XXI. My son was born in the 21st century. So yeah, siglo 90, década 90, the 90s decade, and then we have siglo XXI, the 21st century. So yeah, we usually refer to those time periods like the 80s, the 90s, and then we have the new century, siglo XXI. Okay, and let's try the next example. Tengo que poner mi mochila en el casillero antes de entrar al museo. I have to put my backpack in the locker before entering the museum. Tengo que poner mi mochila en el casillero antes de entrar al museo. So yeah, mochila, backpack, casillero, locker, museum, museo. Okay, so that's it for this one. It's okay. It's a good class. So once again, thanks for watching. So now it's your turn to practice Spanish. You can find the lessons Quizlet by going into the lecture resources folder. Thanks for watching.